And assalamu alaikum, family. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV from Changing the Black Narrative. And if you would like to join on to the Nation of Islam and accept your own and be yourself, please send me an email at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. And if you would like a subscription to the Final Call newspaper, you can also go to finalcall.com, because the Final Call newspaper has been within the black community for years and has changed and saved a lot of lives. It has saved minds, for example. And if you would like to hear the latest lectures and webcasts by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you can also go to NOI.org. So if you would like to accept your own and be yourself, I will do my best to direct you to your local mosque and nearest study group. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Peace and assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. We live. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters on the live. Please share this and let's get the likes up. Let's get the shares up. Press that subscribe button if this is your first time on Malcolm Flex TV. All praises is due to Allah. And it's time that we got to continue to expose the lies and expose the slander against the Nation of Islam and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? And there has been the latest update of the slander of another fire that we got to put out like a fire extinguisher. So make sure, we share this video. Thank you, Brother Ben X, for sharing this video. All praises due to Allah. Let's get this truth out, because it's a war of the minds. It's a battle over the hearts of the minds, and it's a battle over the hearts and minds of the people. Excuse me. So so we are definitely live because we gotta deal with the latest lies and slander. So I'm gonna pull up the actual video, and we gonna actually debunk the video, right, point by point. I ain't coming to play around. I'm coming with these actual stone cold receipts today. You feel me? So let's make sure, we sharing this video, we liking it. Let's get this out. Because we not playing, right? So I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna walk through this video, and so because the claim is the Nation of Islam scraped the internet and we changed birthdays, right? But we're gonna show you that this is a major lie, a major fallacy, and the person who's saying this is very confused. I'm gonna show you how confused this individual is, and he really needs to just stop talking at this point, because he's showing a lot of ignorance and he don't know what the hell he's talking about, right? So I'm gonna play a series of videos, and we gonna bust down with the receipts, right? So now I know he's watching my videos, because I made a statement in the past, right? I made a clear statement in the past, where I said that there were some discrepancies with Mother Ola's birthday, right? But I said it, but I didn't really want to go into it, because I knew the type of what was gonna come with that. So I was really setting the critics and the naysayers up. I was setting the disbelievers and the hypocrites up. I'm gonna show you how wise the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made his students, right? Because I already knew the truth of Mother Ola's birthday and what was going on with her situation, but I didn't intentionally expose it right out. I gave the actual correct age from the beginning, because I knew that people like Fred would try to take it and run with it, right? So really, he took the bait. You feel me? He fell for it. He threw me up an easy Dwayne Wade to LeBron James alley-oop. And we're going to prove it right now. Just make sure we share this video. We get the likes up, because this is about to get real ugly. It's about to get real ugly. You know, I want the room. I kind of want the room filled up so people can see what's about to happen. But I know people, you know, doing their thing. It's Sunday. They relaxing. But, you know, I'm on a full court press. You know, he really feeling this pressure right now, right? So, let me share my screen. And I'm going to make sure y'all can hear the conversation of what's taking place. I'm going to share my screen. So hopefully it is shared. Okay, there we go. I might even blow that mug up, do a full screen, so y'all can actually see what's popping, because you know big things popping, little things stopping. You feel me? Ball till we fall, because losing is not an option. We ain't taking no L's today. No L's. So I'm gonna play the video. It's about 24 minutes. I mean, we ain't got nothing to do today, Sunday. I'm not sure why y'all can't hear it, because I can hear it on my side clearly. Y'all sure y'all can't hear it? Can y'all make out what he's saying? Because I'm not sure about the it's muffled. Okay, let's try to fix it. I want to make sure y'all can hear it. All right, let's try it this way. This is Kamal Muhammad, as you guys see on the screen. And he is the son of Elijah Muhammad. Let's listen to him. Our dad, he played baseball with, you know, my father was not home with me every night. You know, I might literally sometimes see Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what y'all saying. Okay, I see what y'all saying. All right. I see what y'all saying. All right, so let me try to take my headphones out. That's probably the issue and what it is. So let me take my headphones out because that could be an issue. If you can hear my voice, just let me know. If you can hear me. If you can hear my voice, just let me know and we'll get back to it. Can y'all hear me clearly? Okay. So let's try it without the headphones.
Go through this with me really quick, okay? Now we're gonna go through. Here we go.
How does it sound without the headphones?
Kamal Muhammad, as you guys see on the screen.
Let me know.
But he was born Kamal Hughes, okay? And he is the son of Elijah Muhammad. Now let's listen.
Let me know if y'all. That's better.
With him, you know.
That's better. Cool. Okay. Cool. So it was actually the headphones, the issue. Okay, let's get it. Cool.
We're gonna share.
Let me blow this up. Let me blow it up.
And I'm gonna go through these videos with
y'all
really quick. Okay.
All right, it's already blew up. We good.
Well, we're gonna take our time. This definitely take our time. Okay. Now let's share this screen. All right. Here we go. Now we're gonna go to Kamal Muhammad, who's the man in question, whose birth name is Kamal Hughes. We'll get there in a second, but I just want you guys to go through this with me. Go through this with me really quick, okay? Now we're gonna go through. Here we go. This is Kamal Muhammad, as you guys see on the screen, but he was born Kamal Hughes, okay?
This is Mother Ola's son. Mind you, this is Mother Ola's son. Let's like it. Let's share this. Come on, let's go.
And he is the son of Elijah Muhammad. Now let's listen to him.
With our dad, didn't play baseball with him. You know, my father was not home with me every night. You know, I might literally sometimes see him only a couple of times a year.
Now he's talking about Elijah Muhammad, how he only saw.
I'm gonna skip it just a little bit because I want to deal with the important parts about the ages and the birthdays.
They changed their birth dates, etc. All right, here we go.
He said we changed the birth date.
Changes when they changed their birth name to Muhammad. They changed their birth dates, etc. All right, here we go.
Now that's false. You have no proof of that. In the nation, we always change our names to X and Muhammad, and we never change our actual birthday when we take on an X or a Muhammad. So I don't know where he got that from, but that's not the Nation of Islam's tradition.
To be one of my father's children from other than Mother Clara Muhammad, because they were using that as a weapon against him. And I'm actually old enough to remember calls from Malcolm to my mother, Brother Malcolm to my mother, and things like that. You know,
he said he's old enough to remember. Listen to this. He's old enough to remember calls from Malcolm X to his mother. His mother is Ola Hughes. I'm going to put all that at the end. His mother is Ola Hughes, who's currently known as Ola Muhammad. Okay.
So let me ask y'all. On a scale of between 1 through 10. How worried are y'all about this information that he's about to drop? Before I go any further, on a scale of 1 through 10, how worried or concerned are y'all with what he's about to explain? I want to know, does he got you at least a little bothered by what he's about to say? Woo! I I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Look, man, we ain't playing, man. All right, man. I just had to ask that.
That's the only thing that was slightly difficult, that we had to keep my father's relationship to a secret. I mean, if you can imagine what
he had to keep his relationship with his father a secret, because, as you know, Mike Wallace and media was researching Malcolm X and his relationship with Elijah Muhammad. And was it true? Was he sleeping with underage secretaries? We're going to get to the end. Follow me.
Went to the mosque. The first thing they asked me was, "Who's your father?"
We're gonna skip all that.
You can't really answer that. So
we're gonna skip all that.
I mean,
we want to have to the relevant part.
Almost. I mean, I really do miss having a daughter, but at my younger age, I don't know how I would have raised a daughter, because I would have been so ridiculous, so protective, so ridiculous. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know? But to raise
and also shout out to Brother Joshua and shout out to Brother Kamal.
Sons, I basically wanted to teach them to be responsible men, you know, to recognize their value as black men, that you are not.
Okay, now that we got this information out the way, now keep in mind, remember, he said, let me fast to 15. Remember this statement.
Because I'm the oldest son from the second son. You know, so at that time, I mean, I was born
way
at
too
time
easy.
when Malcolm was a problem, Brother Malcolm was a problem, and you know, at that time, it really was a very difficult time to be one of my father's children from other than Mother Clara Muhammad, because they were using that as a weapon against him. And I'm actually old enough to remember calls from Malcolm to my mother, Brother Malcolm.
Now, he says he's old enough to remember calls from Malcolm.
Now, why would he be old enough to remember calls from Brother Malcolm? Is because I've been teaching you all that he was born in 1960. So everything really started kicking off in around 1963, 1964. So the brother would have been around 3-4 years old, right? So that makes sense, right? Now listen to this foolishness.
He says he's old enough to remember calls from his mother. From Malcolm X to his mother. Now, follow me. Bombshell number 1. This is how they changed.
Bombshell number 1.
Changed their name. He was born Kamal Hughes, which I'm going to show you guys. And they changed his name to Kamal Muhammad. And they, and when they do that, they change their name. Now, here we go. This is his official Facebook page. As you guys, let me enlarge it. As you guys, it's already enlarged. As you can see, it says, son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, former National Secretary of the NOI, former CFO of the Million Man March, right? Now let's scroll down. His birthday. He changed his birthday. Let me enlarge it so you guys can see it. April 2nd, 1966.
Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to this part and everything that he's about to say from this point. Y'all better pay attention to what he's saying in regards to this birthday.
Malcolm X was murdered February 21st, 1965. How are you born after Malcolm X died? When you remember, I repeat, when you remember conversations between your mom and Malcolm X. Let's hear it again.
Because Malcolm died February 21st, 1965. So he couldn't have been 66. He couldn't have been born in 66. And remember conversations that Malcolm was having with his mom, correct? That wouldn't make sense, right?
The oldest son from the second son.
One more time.
About it. I didn't feel left out. I had to keep my father's secret at that time because I'm the oldest son from the second son. You know, so at that time, I mean, I was born at the time when Malcolm was a problem, Brother Malcolm was a problem, and you know, at that time, it really was a very difficult time to be one of my father's children from other than Mother Clara Muhammad, because they were using that as a weapon against him. And I'm actually old enough to remember calls from Malcolm to my mother, Brother Malcolm to my mother, and things like that. You know, so
he's old enough to remember calls between Brother Malcolm and his mother.
So that means that the brother had to have been born and old enough, born before Malcolm died, and old enough to remember conversations that Malcolm had with his mom. Right? That makes sense, right? But we're going to show where he's confused.
Mother is Ola Hughes, okay, who now goes by the name of Ola Muhammad. Okay, now let's go to his birthday.
Let's go to his
As
birthday.
You guys can see he lied, but I want to.
Now he's calling Kamal a liar.
So you guys can see that.
He called Kamal a liar.
I am going to refresh it. Now,
keep in mind, the birthday said April 2nd, 1966. A year after Malcolm's death. April 2nd, 1966. Keep that in mind.
Scroll up.
Moderators, if you can, post that in the group chat.
Scroll down, and you will see it. I will actually change. See, so you know it's in real time, right? You guys see it. I changed from posts to about. Scroll up, and contact and basic info. April 2nd, 1966. Wow, right? Now we're going to get to how old he really is in real life. Now,
Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Now y'all see this, right? He said this is how old he is in real life. You see this? If you've been watching, Sister Heckov, I gotta make you a mod. I'm gonna make you a mod. I don't know why I ain't been make you a mod. Lions of the Messiah, YouTube. I don't know. Does this look familiar to y'all? He said this is his actual age. Hold on, I'm gonna continue to let him hang himself. Hold up.
Kamal T. Hughes, April 24th, 1960, 61 years old to this day. If he was born 1966, he cannot remember phone calls between Malcolm X and his mother, Ola Hughes, because guess what? Malcolm
Brother Durrell, we going there, Brother Durrell. Don't spoil it, Brother Durrell. We going there.
X was murdered by them. And this is why I tell you guys, the Nation of Islam scrubs the internet.
We scrub the internet.
Tries to cover up their lies for over 50 or 60
years. We cover up lies.
Now, if he was born 1960, that means he was conceived in what? September of 1959.
Listen.
Okay? That means he was conceived in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. No, he was conceived in July. Let's see. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That means he was conceived in July of 1959. Now I have stuff to prove his marriage license and birth certificates and all that to prove and substantiate, but I'm not going to pull that now. I'm just going to let the Nation of Islam respond to this. And then
he going to let the nation respond? Okay, it's our turn. It's our turn. Thank you, sir. Okay, we internet scrubbers. All right. Now look, you see this birthday? He said this is his actual birthday. Huh? Does that look familiar? Wait, no. No, that can't be. That can't be. What is this? What is this right here? I could have sworn I did this weeks ago. I could have sworn I revealed these ages and these birthdates a couple years ago. Ola Muhammad, February 22nd, 1938. But guess where her first child, Kamal Muhammad's birthday? It says April 24th, 1960. Doesn't that look familiar? April 24th, 1960. I've already gave y'all that birthday. I already gave y'all that information the other day. So could it possibly be that April 2nd, 1966 birthday on his Facebook page is actually incorrect? It could have been a accidental mistake. It doesn't make sense that Kamal would fabricate his age and post his age at a later date. To me, it would make more sense that if he is going to fabricate his age, he's going to fabricate it and make it younger than what it's supposed to be. Make it earlier than what it actually should be. It wouldn't be 1966 if he reversed it and said that Kamal fabricated his date and made it to 1960, then he would have a case. But you can tell that he is really confused because he is saying that the fabricated date is the wrong date and the actual birth date is the right date. Let me repeat that for the slow ones in the room. What he is saying is the fabricated date, the April 2nd, 1960 date, is the wrong date. He is saying that the actual date, which would be the right date, would be April 24th, 1960. This is something that I've been saying the whole time. But he's not even processing the information correctly. He just bent on trying to debunk and disprove the Nation of Islam and these sisters' ages and not even making any sense. Let's go back. He making it too easy for us. Let's go back.
Let's go to his birthday.
Let's go to his birthday.
You guys can see he lied, but I want to make sure so you guys can see that this is a real page. I am going to refresh it.
Look at the birthday. He's saying that that's the wrong date that we manipulated.
Scroll up, scroll down, and you will see.
He said we changed the birthday. Now watch what he do.
See, so you know it's in real time.
It's in real time. You hear him?
Post.
Now look.
61 years old.
He think he's revealing something new.
If he was 24th, 1960.
He think he actually dropping the bombshell. He's positioning like he's actually dropping the bombshell. Listen to the arrogance.
If he was born 1966, he cannot remember phone calls between Malcolm X.
Exactly. We agree with that because he wouldn't have been born then. So we would agree with you. So if he was old enough to remember conversations with Malcolm and his mother, then he would have to have been born on this date. He would have had to been born on that date. Oh, and we got proof that he was born on that date. Why they playing? Why they keep playing with us? Why they keep playing with us? Uh-oh, we got receipts galore. We got receipts galore. Come on. Now, this 28 years after the death of Malcolm X, Final Call newspaper edition. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad cleared of all false charges. Huh? When was this? This was when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan brought the wives, the sisters out on stage. Right? If y'all don't remember, he brought them out on stage. What was the date? The date was Savior's Day, 1993 in Chicago. This was 1993 in Chicago, family. It's right here in the Final Call newspaper. Why did he do this? Why did the brother Cheddar bob himself like this? Right? So in this lecture, I had used a clip from it in my prior video to this. The video that Fred doesn't want y'all to see. That comes from this lecture right here. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X 28 years later, right? That lecture was the same lecture he brought the sisters out on stage. So when people see the clip of the sisters by themselves giving their thoughts and their accounts on the messenger, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that was the same exact lecture as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X 28 years later. What really happened? If you watch the full lecture, that was that lecture. Right? That was that lecture. But a lot of times we only just see the clip with the sisters. But this is the actual lecture with the sisters, right? Now, let's go to the part with Brother Kamal and his mother.
And where's your son? Come. This is her son, Kamal. Kamal is one of the first. He's the first. He's the first. Oh, he's the first son of the second generation. And this son was on the mercantile. What is it? Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. How old were you when you were on it? 24 years old. You just now about 32.
He what? How old are you, Kamal?
32.
How old are you?
You just now about 32.
My brother said he's 32.
You just now about 32.
So in 1993, Kamal Muhammad was 32 years old. Wow. So from 1960, hold on, let me clear that. From 1993 minus 1960. How old is Kamal? He would have been 32, 33 years old. Wow. He'd have been so in high school in 1975, it would make sense that he was 15 because you subtract 1975 from 1960, you get 15 years old. So I'm trying to understand, what is he really attempting to say? In 1993, the brother was 32, 33 years old. So that Savior's Day, he was 32 years old. That was in February. And so in April, he turned 33 years old. This is mathematics. These are the numbers. So he had to have been born on this day. He had to have been born on this day where my arrow is, April 24th, 1960. So there's an obvious mistake that his age or his birthday was April 2nd, 1960. That's an obvious mistake. But the way Fred wants to frame the narrative is that we changed the birthday from April 24th, 1960 to April 2nd, 1960. But again, it doesn't make sense for Fred to, not Fred, but Brother Kamal to go backwards and change his date to April 2nd, 1966. And, you know, it would make sense for him to change it from 1966 to 1960, making his birthday at an earlier date. So what he's saying isn't making any sense. He is saying that the fraudulent, manipulated, changed birthday by the so-called Nation of Islam, allegedly to him, that we allegedly changed the birthday. He is saying that the fabricated birthday on the Facebook page is the wrong birthday, and the real birthday is the one on my screen. But I had already showed y'all that this was his actual birthday. So how is this a bombshell? Got him. Let's go.
And his mother, Olga Hughes, because guess what? Malcolm X was murdered by them. And this is why I tell you guys, the Nation of Islam scrubs the internet and tries to cover up their lies for over 50 or 60 years. Now, if he was born 1960, that means he was conceived in what? September of 1959. Okay? That means he was conceived in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. No, he was conceived in July. Let's see. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That means he was conceived in July of 1959. Now I have stuff to prove, his marriage license and birth certificates and all that to prove and substantiate, but I'm not going to put that now. I'm just going to let the Nation of Islam respond to this, and then I'll just let it all flood out, okay?
So he said he was going to let the nation respond, family. How was my response, by the way? How is your brother's response? If it was good, type 1. If it was bad, type 2. If it was somewhat sketchy, let me get a 3.
Now, let's go to his mother's age.
Let's go to his mama age. Now look, before we go to Sister Ola's age, let me say this. I'm going to repeat it for those who weren't in the room. I said in a video prior to this video, a few videos ago, where I said there was a discrepancy with her age, meaning that there was a discrepancy on the public finders with her age. He saw that and tried to run with it, but I specifically didn't go into details about her age. I intentionally left that part out and just gave y'all the actual age, right? Because I knew if I did that, I would be initiating something. I knew that they was going to try to come with something, right? But he don't even know that he threw your brother an alley-oop, right? So he really got set up with a crossover and got his ankles broken. Now he got to get sent to the hospital to repair his ankles. You feel me? I hit him with that 2001 AI. You feel me? That Allen Iverson shape. You feel me? And now he finna get tripped up again.
Let me organize this real quick so you guys can see.
Somebody got to check on his brother's ankles, man.
Okay, here we go.
His ankles, whoa, wow.
And here we go.
Hit him with that crate challenge.
Ola Hughes,
Woo.
born February 22nd, 1944. I have so much paperwork to substantiate this claim.
We got so much paperwork.
This video,
Okay.
I'll let the Nation of Islam respond.
We gonna respond. We gonna respond.
Oh, yada, yada, yada. But the fact remains. Ola Hughes was born when? February 22nd, 1944. She's 77 years old to this day. When was her son conceived? July of 1959. How old does that make Ola Hughes? 15 years old.
He got us. He got us, y'all. He got us.
Now, the bigger question is, are we going to start telling the truth?
Oh, we about to tell the truth.
Louis Farrakhan is in on this. He protected it. They changed the name to Muhammad to protect his identity.
He changed the name to Muhammad. Everybody's name get changed
Elijah
to
Muhammad
Muhammad.
was never in his life by his own admission. He finally got a father when he married Louis Farrakhan's daughter. They lied and said that those were his wives. They were over 18. Malcolm X is a liar. Malcolm X is a hypocrite. You're looking on your screen.
Malcolm X was a liar. We proved that. But now, RIP to a real one. Let's go to the receipts. We gotta always go back to the receipts, y'all. We gotta go back to the receipts, y'all. Let's go back to the receipts. Yeah, it's about to get Mr. Frederick Hawthorne. Why? Why you keep doing this to yourself, sir? So now, Sister Ola Muhammad, I've been teaching you all that her actual birthday is what? February 22nd, 1938. February 22nd, 1938. She was 22 years of age when she had her first child, Kamal Muhammad. She's currently 83 years of age. Okay, this is what I've been teaching you all. Now, let's go. Now, when you do a public search, right, this is what you're going to see on Sister Ola. It says she's 77 years old. But let me explain what's the problem with this birthday. I'm going to expound on what's the problem with this. When I first revealed the ages of the wives of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, if you all can remember my very first video, I think Brother Ben did a review video or a response video to my video. Some of you may remember. If you remember, press 1 in the chat. So I know that you all are on the same page that I'm on. Press 1 in the chat if y'all remember my very first video. This was a couple years ago where I revealed the ages of the wives of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When I ever first did it. Okay, I'm seeing some ones. Okay, cool. Now, I say that to say that when I first looked up the sister's age, guess what her age was? Her age was this right here. So I did that video in like 2018, like early 2019. I can't remember the exact date, but this was a few years ago I did this video. Her age, she was 77 in 2018. It's 2021 right now. It still says she is 77. Damn, why is that, right? But let's go to the receipts. Now, I was looking up some other stuff on Mother Ola, found her Facebook page. This was the first post that I found on her page. So, this is her daughter, Sister Carletha Hughes, and this is a birthday. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to kind of blow it up so y'all can get a better look. This is Sister Carletha's page. And this is what she said to her mom. She's wishing her happy birthday. She says, February 22nd is the birthday of Mother Ola, who has been a blessing to everyone she touches. She is truly an angel on earth. If you only knew her endless love and sacrifice for so many.
Happy 78th birthday, Mom. I love you. So she was 78 years old in 2016, but in 2021 she is 77 years old. That don't make no sense. Come on. 2016 she was 78. Here's another one. Carlita again, the very next year. Bring it down. Mother Ola again. Okay, there we go. Carlita Hughes. Happy birthday, Mother Ola Muhammad. Allah has truly blessed and protected her. She turned 79 years old today. This is in 2017. She was 79 years old. She turned 79 years old today. Please join me in celebrating my mom. She's truly an angel on earth. She turned 79 years old. All praises is due to Allah. Okay, so in 2017, she was 79. So how in 2021, she is still 77 years old. 2018, she was still 77 years old. That ain't making no sense. Well, there's an explanation for that. I'm sorry, there's an explanation. I know you probably don't want to hear it, but we gotta expose the truth. This is an article called "Free Public Record Searches May End Up Costing Time and Money." Right? Why? Because some of these searches may not be 100% accurate. Right? There are flaws in the public search. So it's important that you have to always cross-reference your information to get the right information. That's why I said can't nobody touch me on this information. Why? Because the information has been cross-referenced. As you can see, he didn't show you no birth certificates. He went on the public records website like everybody else. Huh? So here are the 5 fundamental mistakes on these websites. The last one is the most important. You have some of these records, they may be incomplete. That's a problem. Some of this information may be incomplete, right? There's free resources are not centralized. That's the second one. The third one is there is little guarantee of accuracy. Why? Because when you go on like Ancestry.com, they do like hints, right? The free hint information may or may not be accurate, right? So I was going through my Ancestry this morning and they was giving me hints on potential relatives, but these people not even related to me. They did one on said that she was potentially my mom, but it was a whole nother lady. Right? Number 4, too many false positives and false negatives. Number 5, this is the most important one. The information may be out of date, right? And I'm going to read that this information may be out of date in regards to Mother Ola. Whereas primary sources of public records are typically updated routinely. Outdated information is another problem that afflicts free secondary public record search platforms. The issue goes beyond simply not having the most up-to-date records about an individual, as critical a flaw as this is. Instead, many free services will list outdated information alongside current data and fail to distinguish between the two. This is understandably quite confusing and often forces the user to undertake additional searches on other platforms to verify which entry is the most current. See, that's why I had to cross-reference that information when I found it. When I found this, pardon me, I didn't mean to do that. When I found this 2 years ago, she was 77 years old. 3 years ago, when I first did my video revealing the ages of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's wives, this is what I found. But I cross-referenced that information, and I found this. I only showed this to a few people, like Brother Dimitri, I think Brother Ben. I only showed this to a few people. But I didn't reveal this information. Why? Because it wasn't necessary. Just get a right age, right? Because I'm pretty sure her daughter, Carlitha, our sister Carlitha, would know her mother's birthday, would know her mother's actual age. So I gave the actual age. I didn't want to go through all this. Why? Because I knew somebody was going to try to use it against us. But here are the receipts. She was 79 years old. She was 78 in 2016, 79 in 2017. So let me unshare this. So the public search records on Mother Ola's Muhammad on her age is at least 6 years off. The public search records on her age is at least 6 years off. Because if she was 78, if she was 78 in 2016, then 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, wait. 2016, 78, 2017, 79, 2018, 80, 2019, 81, 2020, 82, 2021, she's 83 years old. She's 83 years old. Mother Ola is 83 years old. Oh, yeah, I'm not even sharing it. My bad. Let me share it. I want y'all to see it. This is her age. Sorry. She's 83 years old. She's currently 83 years of age. Born February 22nd, 1938. So I'm glad that he cheddar bombed himself again. This man is committing scholastic suicide. He trying to document some stuff and don't even know what the hell he talking about. He don't know what he talking about, man. This man, he thinking he exposing their actual ages. And I had already he think he's exposing the birthday, pardon me. But I had already gave y'all the birthday. Already gave y'all Kamal's birthday. Because think about it. Look, it makes sense that if Brother Kamal is the oldest son of the second generation, then his birthday would have to be in 1960 because he got other siblings, other brothers and sisters who were born after him. So that would mean that if his birthday is in 1966, then everybody else's birthday is wrong. So he is presenting it as if he's dropping the bombshell on the people, but bruh, I already dropped this information several times. So it's not a bomb, it's a bombshell to you. But now you were saying what I'm saying. So how are you exposing something? You saying the same exact thing that I had already said a few years ago. He was 32 at the Savior's Day in 1993 and turned 33 that year, April 24th, 1993. He turned 33 years old. That age is right and exact with the birthday in 1960. So where's the contradiction? Where did the Nation of Islam change the birth dates and scrub the internet? See, he found a couple mistakes and presented it as if there was a major cover-up by the Nation of Islam. Y'all hear me? He found a couple mistakes and he's presenting it as it is a major cover-up. That's why when I saw the video, I called Brother Evan. I'm like, man, bro, do he know what he is saying? Does he know what he just did? This man, he don't even know what he's saying. He's so confused, family. The man is confused in this thing. And the Quran talks about how Allah will confuse the hypocrites and disbelievers, those who are attacking Allah's messenger, that he will send them into confusion. Allah will send his enemies into confusion. This man is trying to explain to y'all that the April 2nd, 1966 birthday was fabricated by the Nation of Islam. And he showed the real actual birthday as if he was dropping the bombshell like we didn't know this already. Go back and watch my prior videos. I have already been dropping that information. And you can clearly see on the Facebook page that it's an honest mistake. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see on Mother Ola's birthday that the information hadn't even been updated. It's outdated information. The birthday is outdated information. She can't be 77 years old in 2021 if she was 78 in 2016. I'm going to repeat that. She cannot be 77 years old and she cannot be 77 years old in 2021 and she was 78 in 2016. So it's obvious and it's clear that that information is outdated. So how many of y'all was actually worried about what he was saying? Because I wasn't bothered at all. I wasn't bothered at all. He said he wanted a response. He got his response. He said he wanted his response. He got his response. It probably wasn't the response that he was expecting. It probably wasn't the response that he was looking for, but he for sure got a response. And it was the correct response. Because we ain't gonna let you get away with that. We ain't gonna let you get away with them lies. We ain't gonna let you get away with that slander, trying to lie on the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. This man said in the video that it was because of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that led to Brother Minister Malcolm X's death. No, it was Malcolm X that created the situation and led to his own demise. Because the brother said in the audio that he should have minded his own business and stayed out of it. And that's what he should have did. That's what he should have did. Thank you, Sister Mecca. Just as, like I said, Exodus 23:27. I will send my fear before you. I will cause confusion among all the people to whom you come, and will make all of your enemies turn their backs to you. Right? No, I won't play the audio again. You know, that was exclusive. That was exclusive. Oh, he gonna see the video. He gonna see the video. But you know, he tried to say that it was because of the Honorable. I know it was because of Brother Malcolm. Because he should have just minded his own business. That led up to what happened to Brother Malcolm. And let me say this while I'm live. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad was the most surveilled black man in American history at his time. I don't know if anybody is worth surveilled more than the Honorable Elijah Muhammad after him, but I know during this time they had 24-hour, 7 days a week surveillance on the most honorable Elijah Muhammad every day, all day. That was the most out of all black men. He was being surveilled before Malcolm X came to the Nation of Islam, and that's in the documents. That goes without saying. Malcolm wasn't even on the scene when Honorable Elijah Muhammad was being surveilled by the FBI. Why? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was arrested and jailed and sent to prison in, I believe, 1942. Malcolm wasn't even thought of in the Nation of Islam in the 1940s. He joined in 1955, right? So in 1942, the messenger had already been arrested by the FBI. Why? Because they charged him with draft evasion, right? They was trying to say that he was evading the draft, but the draft, I think you had to at least be 39 and older, or 40 and older, to be exempt from going to the war, right? So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was already past the age of exemption, and then but they arrested him anyway and locked him up and threw him away in federal penitentiary, right? So we know historically that they had locked the Honorable Elijah Muhammad up for less crimes. Crimes that he didn't even commit, they locked the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad up in the feds. Right? So you mean to tell me that this is the most surveilled man, the most surveilled black man in American history at his time, with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week surveillance, and he had known informants around him in his circle. He had informants in his circle. And you mean to tell me that they not going to take the opportunity to lock this man up for the crimes that y'all accusing him for? Y'all calling him all these evil and wicked names in y'all titles and in y'all videos. Y'all don't think that the feds is not going to use that as an opportunity to lock that man up like they did our brother Malachi Z. York? They hurry up and went and got Malachi Z. York. You don't think that they wasn't going to do that to the most powerful black, according to them, the most powerful black man in America at that time? Oh, they going to get him. They going to hurry up and haul him off the streets. That was their opportunity to do it if they was going to do it. But you know why they didn't do it? Because these sisters were of the age of consent. None of them were teenagers. None of them were underage. That's why he didn't get locked up for that. See, we got to deal with common sense. But people got so much hate and toxic poison and vitriol towards the nation, they not even operating on common sense knowledge. Their whole mission is not to defend Malcolm X. Fred's mission isn't to defend Malcolm X, because if it was his mission, then he had his opportunity to defend Malcolm X when Charleston White gave Malcolm X the finger. See, if your mission is to defend Malcolm X, then you would have defended Ilyasa Shabazz's honor when Charleston White said F Malcolm X and his daughters. You would have defended their honor like a real man. See, you want to talk about morality. See, a moral individual would have stood up like a man and told that man to his face, nah, you can't do that on my platform, bro. You can't disrespect my sister. She's been on my platform. See, that's what a moral man does. But you know what an immoral man does? An immoral man is just sit there and laugh and snicker. Just laugh and joke with him. And tuck his tail like a sad little puppy. That's what immorality does. But morality would have checked the God in that brother, would have checked the righteousness in that brother, told that brother, bring it back. Brother, scale that down. Brother, we ain't doing that. That's what a moral man does. So you can't moralize on the Nation of Islam. You can't tell us what morality is when you don't even defend the honor of the sister that you said was beautiful on your platform. You would have defended her father. If she was sitting there that night with you in Charleston, brother, would you have let that went down that way? And if you wouldn't have allowed that to happen while she was there, why would you allow it to happen when she's not there? So don't talk about moral character to us. You don't have the right to talk about moral character to us when you won't even defend Malcolm X's honor. You can't tell us that you defend that man. Your objective is not to defend Malcolm X. Your objective is to discredit and try to destroy the Nation of Islam. And we see you, agent. You damn right you an agent. And we going to consider you and treat you like an agent until you change your ways, brother. Yeah, we're going to call you an agent because you acting like an agent. Because you know what a sincere person would have did if they didn't like the Nation of Islam? They're going to defend Malcolm regardless, across the board, whoever it is. They're not going to give no lame excuse, lame reason why Charleston was able to get away with disrespecting Malcolm. Oh, yeah, he's a comedian to me, but we all know Charleston ain't no damn comedian. Charleston is a community activist. And we know that the brother is sincere in what he does, but the brother is dealing with some disappointment. We get it. We understand. So he's acting out, and he knows if he act out that it's going to bring attention to him so he can be able to put the cure into the food, put the medicine in the food. We understand the brother's tactics. But even still, he can never be in our presence and say F the minister. We're gonna defend the minister with our lives, bro. Regardless to who it is. See, that's what a sincere follower of Malcolm would have did. But your objective and purpose ain't to defend Malcolm. Your objective and your purpose is to discredit and destroy and dismantle the Nation of Islam. That's why we say you don't love Brother Malcolm X. You do not love Brother Minister Malcolm. Because it shows in your actions that you don't love that man. See? And what you want to do is you want to pretend and fake in front of his daughter as if you really love and admire this man. Crying and boo-hooing. Feel sorry for me, cry me a river. We see through all the fake crocodile tears. We see through the fake crocodile tears, but if you loved her, if you loved her father, you would have defended their honor when the opportunity presented itself. So you really show who you really are and what your purpose is. You showed us what your purpose is. It ain't to defend Malcolm. It's to slander, dismantle, discredit, and destroy the Nation of Islam. That's your purpose. And just so happens, your purpose and objective lines up with the government's objective. We got FBI documents proving that they wanted to discredit, dismantle the Nation of Islam. That's their objective. And you carrying it out. So the question is, are you a part of a conspiracy and don't even know it? Or are you a willing participant in that conspiracy? That's something that we got to figure out as a community, because y'all out here looking real suspect. Y'all out here looking real suspect, man. I ain't gonna make this any longer, because I know when the people who ain't here that don't have a long attention span, they can't sit through a whole hour video, So I don't want to keep going. I just wanted to respond to that video that he just dropped. He said he was gonna wait for us to respond. Here's his response. Peace and assalamu alaikum.